Yo, what up, y'all? What up, y'all? It's your boy, Sid Linus, checking in once again. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Today, we're going to be talking about Stephen A. Smith. Now, Stephen A. Smith, he really went in on his show. And this allows you to see that, a lot of people aren't able to say exactly what they want to say on certain platforms. And with Stephen A. Smith being on ESPN, we understand that there's certain things he can't say. They're owned by Disney and certain things he can't say. But on his podcast, he really said some things that was needed for him to say, for a black man to say. And I'm going to play it for you in a second. Now, first of all, I'd like to welcome y'all to the morning show with Prince Carlton. We call it Let's Argue. Prince Carlton will be back soon. We're going to have some new things popping up in the new year with interviews and such things like that. But right now, I'm just keeping the show going, keeping it live. And so, yes, let's talk about Stephen A. Smith. Now, Stephen A. Smith spoke on liberalism. And he said he didn't have a problem with liberals, but he have a problem with where liberalism is going and some of the agendas. And so I'm going to play for you just a little snippet. I'm going to turn it up. I'm going to play a little snippet for you guys, and just so he can tell you exactly how he felt. And that's the reason why I started this. So
that both sides you can look at and you can point out positives and negatives. I don't have a problem with liberalism. I have a problem with how extreme it has become. I have nothing, absolutely positively nothing against the transgender community. But I don't want my daughter going into a bathroom with men who have decided that they're women. No. You live your life, you do what you want to do. But as a parent, there are certain things that I wouldn't want my child subjected to. I don't think you should have your civil rights violated. I don't think that you should be violated. I don't think that people should inflict violence upon you. I don't believe that you should be treated as a different kind of a citizen compared to all other citizens in the United States of America. But just like I have that preference, I also don't want my daughters around porn stars who are engaging in heterosexual activity either. Why? Because that's not what the hell I want. Everybody's entitled to their preferences and their proclivities. You're also entitled to not be subjected to certain things or to have your children subjected to certain things if you don't want to. I get it. I'm a supporter of immigration reform. I'm a supporter of immigrants. They made this country what it is today. But you know what I'm not a supporter of? A supporter of open free borders, where everybody just come. My boy Jeff, that lives in California, my childhood buddy, said it best. If you go to Six Flags Great Adventure or Disneyland in Anaheim or Disney World in Orlando, Florida, and you spend 2 hours standing on a line, but then all of a sudden, right when you're getting ready to get on the ride, somebody who didn't stand on line jumped in front of you to get on the ride, you'd be ready to fight. Because you're like, wait a minute, get your ass to the back of the line like the rest of us did.
yeah, so that was Stephen A. Smith. That was Stephen A. Smith talking about liberalism and how it's going too far. And so, like a lot of us, I was thinking about this not too long ago. A lot of us were a part of the Democrat Party. We were a part of the Democrat movement. A lot of us were very happy when Barack Obama got elected. You know what I'm saying? They used to say Bill Clinton was the first black president, things of that nature. But somewhere along the line, this liberalism has gone so far to the left that it's starting to be unrecognizable. Now, here's the key. A lot of us are trained to just mark off Democrat. When we see a candidate and we go in that booth and that D is next to one of the people's name, we just automatically want to just mark it off and check it off because that makes us feel like we're playing on the right team. But there are some things going on that is very, very, very hard for us to sit by and watch, especially in my state of Minnesota. it's very, very hard for us to sit back and watch. Like Stephen A. Smith said, he has no problem with transgenders or LGBT, but he has a problem with the agenda that will allow a man in a dress to use the same bathroom as his daughter. He doesn't have a problem with immigration. He has a problem with open borders and illegal immigration. See, these are the things that we need to start talking about, because what's going on right now is the Democrats are starting to turn off. They already turned off a lot of the young people. Polls already show that the young people are favoring Trump. And then you got people that's my age, the middle ground. Trump is leading in that area too. Trump is leading with black men. And now what you're starting to have is the older people, 50 and above, are starting to rethink who they're voting for. I see a lot of people talking about they're going to sit this one out, which would be devastating for the Democrats. But what's happening is that even those people who are most indoctrinated with voting Democrat are starting to say that I cannot vote for some of these things that are going on within the Democrat Party and some of the agendas they are for. And a lot of it is the very far left branch of the Democrats are ruling the Democrats. They're ruling. And so I was talking to somebody in my family who's older the other day, and it was very surprising because many years I've been talking to them. It's like, yo, that Democrat Party is not what it used to be. You are against a lot of things that this Democrat Party now is for. And I've been trying to say that for the last few years. And just yesterday, this person agreed that there are some things going on in the Democrat Party that they are totally against, and they just don't know what they're going to do. And it's time for us to speak up. Another thing that Stephen A. Smith said in his video, he said that because a lot of us don't like Donald Trump, or because we're supposed to not like Donald Trump, it's becoming a thing where the Democrats want people to stay silent on the health and how Joe Biden is coming across. Joe Biden looks like he can't forget another 4 years. It looks like he can't go another 6 months as president. And they don't talk about it. And we're supposed to stay silent, because if we stay silent on it, then maybe Donald Trump won't get elected and we can fake people into believing that Joe Biden is okay. Joe Biden is not okay. And it's not okay what's happening in this country. That's just the facts. So what I'm going to say to people is that do your due diligence. Don't allow this to be another session of voting in elections where the Democrats tell you that Republicans are all racist and they scare you into voting against things that you are against in your personal life. Because there's a lot of things going on. Even at my nephew's school, they're talking about gender in a way of that you could just choose your gender. They're talking about it in different ways, and that's not a lot of things that we want for our kids. You know, open borders hurt the black community. I did a video not too long ago on Chicago where a lot of people who came in illegally are just being put in the black community in Chicago, and they're taking the resources from the black community and giving it to the illegal immigrants who came in. So we got to think about all this type of stuff, not just when we're voting, but on a day-to-day basis. Make sure y'all stay tuned in. Stephen A. Smith, I want to give him a shout out, because he spoke his mind on his own show, and he said that everybody told him not to say that. He even said on this episode that we got to get Joe Biden out of here. He even said that. So I commend him on saying and putting his foot down, saying what he had to say on his own show, because I know he can't say that on ESPN. ESPN seems like he can't say what he really want to say, or maybe being pushed in a certain direction or ideology that they have to have when they're on air. But I'm glad that he stepped up and said it on his own podcast. So thank y'all for this episode, for listening on this episode. We're going to hit y'all with more and more each week, but just stay tuned. All right, peace.